Hey gamers, welcome back. Today, the Jailbreak has finally revamped the jewelry store. If you guys don't know what the jewelry store is, jewelry store has been one of the oldest robberies in Jailbreak. So let's check it out. So this is what the new jewelry store looks like, apparently. So the new jewelry store consists of three floors. You could count the fourth floor like the fourth floor is just basically the exit. So the first three floors are an obby. But sadly the jewelry store is not open yet, so let's wait for that. Okay, so guys, the jewelry store has opened and already we have noticed the glass has changed and now we can walk in without crawling. So that's a good fix, but it is bad for some people. So let's see how the thing starts. Yo, there's also a new shutter animations where it lands on. So yeah, you can also notice some flickering on the glass to know that you're hitting on the glass. Sometimes when you hit something, you can't hear the voice, and it's pretty hard if you're to understand if you're hitting the glass. You can see the glass flickering when you hit it. Also, some of you might have already noticed something that you might have forgot to check when you first time did it. I think you might have figured out in your second or third jewelry store try. I actually forgot this thing exists. There's a basement here, literally. Room 00. And this room is basically the same as the top one, it doesn't change. So which is pretty good. They brought something back from the OG Roblox jailbreak. So that is very great. So mainly, like I said, this jewelry store contains three floors, mainly three obbies, and this is the first obby. And also, I have to mention this: the obbies are different now. It's a random, not like the past group obbies where they group each one into one group. This one is entirely random for each floor. So this is the first obby. So right now so let's check out the next one. The next one is the second floor. So there's only this one is the second obby and that was the first obby. And the third one, I don't know if I think I have a picture of it. I'll show it at the screen. That's how it looks like. And the third floor is basically just the exit. You can go either in this way or there's another ramp over here that you can go this way, which can literally just connect towards here. And there's also a slight difference. Suppose if they already started the jewelry store, you can just go through this room and you can just, there's a zip line going down. You can just, you can see it kind of. Yeah, there's a zip line there. You just go down and you land at the first floor. So also they added a zip line, two zip lines actually. This is pretty useful, but what I think about it is kind of great at the first, but then you realize that there would be aerial shots where the police can just snipe you and you can't just move. And this is an easy way to get to the money area. So I highly recommend don't use the zipline that much. So yeah. So that's basically it for the jewelry store. And now let's talk about what the rest of the update is all about. So the first changes we can notice is they did clear some terrain on the site for the museum. You can notice this because sometimes when you use a ramp, you always get hit by terrain and you don't even see the museum. And now you can just do that, but you still need a little bit of boost. And see, you're already here. And if you guys notice, we got some new brick textures. This is how the brick texture looks like. It brings back memories of the old OG jailbreak, kind of. They did retexture the bricks, so yeah. Also, they've also finally fixed the C4 not working while you're on the seat. So, like when you're holding the C4, you cannot throw it for some reason while you're in the car. Also, they did change the material for the ramp. You guys can see the ramp. It looks a bit lightish wood now because they wanted to make sure the ramp is like easy to see and you don't like miss it. But I think it's much harder to see it now because it's lighter. I rather like the black one, but hey, it's kind of okay. They didn't do much on the ramp other than changing the material and texture, I believe. Also, guys, if you come around the one of the tunnels of this train, like here, this is one of the tunnels. You might have noticed when you walk up here, there was a sunflower here. So if you already don't know what that means, it was actually an Easter egg, the sunflower. But sadly, they moved it. I don't know where it is right now. Hope we can find it easily. It was here last time, but they moved it now. We got some pretty major changes, like they did remove some buildings. I believe there was a building somewhere here. And yeah, I think there was because this looks like there's a building here. There's like one, two, three, four. Some of the buildings has been removed and instead has been made into like these ones. I'll show you the another one. This is the another one. There was like two buildings here. Now they're parking lots, so they increase some space. And if you guys notice, it's more spacious now. I wonder why. It is because of they did increase the size of the alleyways, so it'll be more interesting for cop chases, as you can just escape through these gaps, which are pretty easy to do now. Don't mind what I just did there, but yeah. Also, if you come across this garage, there's an AIP. If you already don't know, this entire project, the revamps and all the changes are due to this AIP. If you don't know what's AIP, it's called the Aura Improvement Project. So if you guys were living under a rock, well, this is the whole reason why the new militaries here, the new revamp of jail jewelry here, and some new changes and stuff. So we have no clue why they are doing work over here. They might, my like suggestion is that they might put a new building here or something, a new house. The SWAT van, they did change the sound of the SWAT van and how it works. And the another vehicle that also got the same like change is the Celestial. I do not know what car it is, but I do know it's a car. It was suggested by some of the people, like one of the people in the community. Also, if you guys notice, the jailbreak prison wall has changed now. It has gone with the same brick texture along with the museum. So that is pretty cool. Also, if you guys notice, we have something called a crew battles. If you guys don't know what crew battles is, recently in one of the updates, they did remove the crew battles. It was somewhere like in this side. It was there, they removed it and finally they brought it back. And there are also some other fixes that they have done, like they fixed the motorcycle chassis which now supports tire styles. They also fixed the train horn like command, and the default Jeep color is now green. I don't know why they changed it, but okay. And there was some few bugs in the mobile UI that breaks and like changes places, but I guess they fixed it. But still there are some bugs that is still there for this if mobile UI, but I hope they will fix it soon. And they fixed the radio playback bug. I don't know why people still use radio, but okay. And they fixed a punch button bug in the mobile, I believe, and they fixed the skydiving bug. And if you guys know about the jet ski glitch from the oil rig, it kept on dropping from the spawn location and it was like cramped up there. So they finally fixed it and they made doors more robust, and they also added some error reports to it when when you do something wrong with the door, they'll give some error reports, which is great. They also removed some old game UI that we no longer use, like some admins, crew settings, and saves. The old UI, they have removed it, and they did some new constructions. Like I said, some new changes in the buildings. They removed some buildings, added new parking lots and stuff like that. And they also updated the mini map. So that is great. So that's it for this video. I hope you found this video interesting and found it useful. Buy my merch from the Roblox marketplace. It's in the links down the description. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.